Oh, I'm Bookface. So have you heard of this guy called the devil? In short, not a good dude. So it stands to reason that if a creature was named after him, they'd probably have to be pretty terrifying. So it may or may not surprise you that this thing is a devil. I mean, it looks like a cross between a bear and a really angry puppy. You also probably know him from the Looney Tunes characters. Yeah, that's what he sounds like. Today we're talking about the Tasmanian devil, known by the scientific name Sarcophilus harsi. They're typically found in east and northwestern Tasmania. For a long time, it was found only on the island of Tasmania, but has now been introduced to New South Wales and mainland Australia. It is notable for being the largest carnivorous. And it's notable for being the largest carnivorous why is this hard to say? It's notable for being the largest carnivorous marsupial in the world, which is a kind of specific category, but I mean, it's still cool. This was formerly a very specific title that instead belonged to the Thylacine until their extinction due to intentional hunting and humans encroaching on their territory, and basically humans suck. That is the thing to know here. That is the lingering message of zoology. Humans suck. These creatures were initially thought to be a form of possum. Yeah, I can kind of see it, I guess. They both scream. Am I a possum? They're the size of a small dog, weighing roughly 13 pounds and measuring roughly 36 to 31 inches, including their tails. Has a stocky, muscular build, black fur with a white marking on its chest. Kind of has that like tuxedo pattern like cats have sometimes, you know, this thing. The head and neck work together in a way that create one of the strongest bite forces pound for pound in the animal kingdom. Obviously not the strongest bite force, but you know, still up there. I'm still impressed. I would not want to be bitten by one of these guys. So they smell absolutely terrible and have a loud, unnerving cry which sounds like a high-pitched scream. The Tasmanian devil is both an active predator and a scavenger that is absolutely ferocious when feeding. They are the definition of hangry. They tend to eat and hunt nocturnally, possibly to avoid humans and eagles. Death from above! They've been known to eat things such as baby kangaroos, wallabies, wombats, betongs, putteroos, sheep, rabbits, and penguins? Alright. But more often feed on carrion whenever it's available. Love that game. They're relatively slow, so they can't really chase down faster prey, and instead hunt down weak and ill prey. Cheap move, but circle of life, I guess. They typically eat about 15% of their body weight a day, but can, if necessary, eat up to 40% of their body weight in 30 minutes. Yeah, that probably looks pretty ferocious if you're watching that. The professional eater guy, professional eating guy. Yeah, he could, maybe he's part Tasmanian devil, who knows. Since they move at night, they typically spend the day in a bush or a hole. Also kind of like me, except I don't move at night either. I'm reclusive. I'm a hermit. I'm fine with that. Tasmanian devils commonly use like 3 to 4 dens at once and are more affected by den security than food security, as indicated by one study of mortality rates. So they're better off like going without food than going out with a place to sleep. I don't have a good joke there. It's just fascinating. They're usually solitary, but sometimes they eat and poop together. Ah, friendship. This is the community I was wanting. Yeah, apparently they have a communal poop area. Despite being largely solitary, they have been witnessed using a long, interconnected network to interact with other Tasmanian devils. So they aren't like full loners, they're just introverts. They have interconnected network. I'm just like, Tasmanian Twitter. Devil Twitter. Actually, that's just Twitter. Shockingly enough, they aren't typically territorial. That is actually very shocking to me. Unless it's a female defending their dens. It's, you know, fair. Males rarely interact with each other, and apparently when they would fight, they do so like sumo wrestlers. Such majestic creatures smacking down. And here we see the beauty of the wild. Getting ready for a smackdown! That didn't sound so much like wrestling announcer as it did like 80-year-old man. They can climb trees when they're young, but struggle to do so as they get older. They're very strong swimmers and have been seen crossing very large rivers. And they also seem to have a very strong thermoregulatory system. I can say that on the first try, but say something about marsupials now. Seeing as their body can survive large amounts and or spikes of body temperature at random intervals, and they run a higher body temperature, which is interesting because, you know, most marsupials actually hold a lower body temperature. Weird flex, but okay. So despite the fact that Tasmanian devils are not monogamous, aren't mate for life kind of creatures, the males still keep away other males from the females. Typical. During mating season, 80% of females get pregnant. Man, they get busy. The young stay in the mother's pouch for 100 days. 100 days in hardcore pouch craft? They reach maturity after 9 months. Most of the babies take a "there can be only one" approach immediately after birth and make the decision to become an only child. These creatures were fairly recently put on the endangered species list after the introduction of the dingo to Tasmania, issues with climate change, and of course there being more people. They get hit by cars a lot because they're just like, that's a tasty corpse in the middle of the road. I wonder how that got here. But their numbers have been limited further by, get this, a clonally transmissible aggressive form of cancer on their faces called devil facial tumor disease. What? That is, I was not expecting that. Why are they dying from face cancer? That's not a sentence you usually have to say. It's thought that this is transmitted through bite and eating infected corpses. Remember kids, don't do cannibalism. Are there Tasmanian devil wendigos? That would not be good. And there we have another zoology video. I really like Tasmanian devils. They look weirdly cute in my opinion. They're like a kind of an ugly cute mixed with possum. Yeah, that's my thing. I like Tasmanian devils. That's about all I have to say actually. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!